Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Reverend Tiffany Sage Woman. This show is brought to you by TruePsychicsNetwork.com. If you haven't visited the website True Psychics Network, I highly encourage you to do so. And we'll go over all of the new changes and updates to that website in a few moments. I apologize. My clock and I both are 5 minutes late. You hear the cuckoo clock? I think I have to change the cuckoo. Cuckoo! Anyway. No, it's just, yeah. It's, it's just a beautiful day. I'm grateful to be alive. Yeah, so I was outside with the dogs and trying to, okay, come on. I want them to go and have fun, run and stretch, do your business and get back inside. I got a show to do. And you have to laugh and just go with it. And just, I'm not going to let the whole concept of time upset me. And you know what? I'm the producer of the show. So, I can start the show and I guarantee we'll run over and go over, an hour anyway, right? But it just helps us to, right now, more than ever with the energies I find, we have to make sure that we are relaxed and that we are taking some deep breathing techniques to help us get through the day. The energy is speeding up rather quickly. We can feel it. The veil is thinning. I'm feeling more and more spirit with me. I know I'm home alone at certain times, and I feel spirit behind me. I'll feel someone in the kitchen with me, and I'll just, okay, hi, So, and it's not any like family members in spirit. It's just other spirit coming and watching. It's and that's what I'm talking about is yes, I do recognize when the family spirit's around, your loved ones, but also when there's just those that just want to stop by and see how you're doing, and they do. Because that's how they learn as well. They learn from watching us, they learn from how we either respond or react to situations. So it's a school for them as well to watch. Whether you want to think that, we're like specimens in a little aquarium, but, come on, we're all here to learn from each other in one way, shape, or form. So however you want to look at it, that's up to you. So, I just realized my hair is all poofy. Poofy! It's out in the wind. Poofy hair. Anyway, so I would like to actually start off with those that are watching this video, thank you, whether it's live or whether you're watching this on the archives. Right now, what I would like to do is just take a moment and let's do some deep breathing. All right? I just want you to close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes. And I want you to also pay attention to the muscles, the back of your neck. Are they tense? Let's relax. Just relax. Tell your muscles just to relax. Let go. Your shoulders, the same thing. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And with each, you're just going to take these slow, deep breaths in. Doesn't matter if it's in through the nose or the mouth. Just deep breath in. Deep breath out. As you're doing this checklist of making sure that every muscle in your body is relaxed. Even your tongue muscle. If you're holding something in, your tongue and your neck is going to be very tight. So your tongue muscle, let's relax that. Relax. Now you just go and work all up and down your body, making sure that the main pressure points really is, and don't, I hope you're in a relaxed state right now, and you may laugh if this is the first time you've heard this, but the first chakra we're going to address, you want to relax that first chakra muscle, which is your anus muscle. When you're tense, notice the first muscles to react, so to speak. Where is it? Do you tighten up in the first chakra area there? Do you tighten up in your throat, your neck, your tongue? Do you feel tension up and down your spine? Where do you feel that? This helps you to understand and to know who you are even more, and how you respond or react to stress, and how we can catch it. And okay, let's ease it. We're going to massage it with our energy. We're going to massage it with our thoughts. We're going to just massage it right away. All right? So deep breathing. Let's do this for a couple seconds for a couple more, for like another minute while I read to you the benefits of deep breathing. All right? So as I am reading, please continue to take deep breaths. Stay in that relaxed state of being. You have to tell yourself, I am relaxed. Every muscle in my body is relaxed. The physical benefits from deep breathing is it relieves pain and reduces inflammation. It alkalizes the pH. Centers the emotions and calms the nerves. It pumps the lymphatic system. Increases energy. Relaxes the muscles. Oxygenates the body. Fights infection and disease. That was the physical benefits. Now, the mental and emotional benefits. Reduces your stress. Centers your emotions. And helps you to stay grounded. Very nice. So, do you feel better? Hopefully you feel better after all of that. So, I know I most certainly do. Gee, I needed that after running around in the yard with the dogs. Oh, all right. Whew. So, well, again, welcome everyone to the show. We're all nice and relaxed, and if you watch the show live, you have the benefit of chatting in the chat room with others that are chatting. And you can also communicate with me there if there is a question or a message that you would like to share. I encourage you to do so. And those of you that are watching on archive, if there's anything that you would like to ask or comment on, please do contact me. And it's very easy to contact me. You can email me and find me in so many places. Through the Choose Like It's network, through my personal website, whitesagewoman.com. Like I said, it's very easy to contact me. However, you're watching this video right now, whether it is in the Ustream archives, if it's in TPN archive on the YouTube, or my personal YouTube channel archive, which is Goldylocks Temple of Healing. So whichever way that you're watching this video, it's very easy to contact me. So thank you so much again for taking time to watch this and for joining us today. Even if you're watching this and it's not live, I want to say that the energy is still here. The energy of everyone. So right now, it's like we're sitting at, how I see this energetically is we're at this huge round table, all of us sitting here. Not just the ones that are present watching it live, but everyone that's going to watch it too. So it's beautiful. Absolutely. So the energy's there. The place setting has been made for you. All right. So, but I'd like to start with the numerology of the day, the number of the day. I like to start the show with this. And we use the complete date. So November the 4th, 2014. Now, November is 11, which is a power number in itself. 1 plus 1 is 2, that we're going to take the number. And the whole point in numerology is to take the numbers down to a single digit between 1 to 9. So double numbers like 11 and 22 and 33, 44. Yeah, they're highly energetic, but you still have to take them down. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So the number for the month is 2. The day is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And in 2014, this is a 7-year. All right. So 2014, like 2 plus 0 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. 3 and 4 is 7. So let's add it all together now. The month, the day, and the year. 2 plus 4 plus 7 equals 13. Got to take that down to a single digit though. 1 plus 3 is 4. So the energy today is a 4 type of energy. All right. And so what this means is that this is normally a day where you would be busy and productive. Spending time and effort working in the right direction could net some financial gains for you today. It is a demanding day that will require plenty of focus, so do not procrastinate. This is not a day for starting new projects, but rather a day to move further ahead with what you have already started. Be careful what promises you make today. Yes, be careful what promises you make any day. Right? All right. So, oh, reading the chat. So funny. Well, I'm glad you're really relaxed. For those of you just joining, we did this relaxing deep breathing little type of meditation. If you missed it, don't be discouraged. You can always watch the replay on this. All right. So, and we just went through the numerology. And speaking of numerology, in the True Psychics Network magazine, you can catch Jane Alton's numerology. She has, she puts one out every day. The energies of the day, it's an energetic message for everyone along with the numbers. So it's the number energy, I should say. So it's very, very good. I find that it's usually right on these types of messages. So I encourage you to check that out in the TPN magazine. Also, the horoscopes are ready. The horoscopes this week were channeled by Reverend Pamela Cummings. She's also known as our musical psychic, Pamela Cummings is. So be sure, again, this is all on TruePsychicsNetwork.com. Check out the horoscopes tab. You just click on that tab there, and it changes every week. Every Monday, be sure to check back and see which your energies are favorable for you for that week. Okay? So, let's take a sip of some water here. Stay hydrated, people. Always and always you should stay hydrated, but I find even more so, change of seasons. And anytime you make any type of change, it's good to, or you go through changes, it's just good to stay hydrated anyway. But I feel that it helps your body too. Helps ease the stress. You may not, I want you to be aware of how your body is trying to communicate with you. And when you are dehydrated, it stresses the body. So people may think, I'm fine, I don't need a drink. Are you listening to your body? Or is that just you trying to pretend like you're a robot? Well, Halloween is over. Put away that kind of costume attitude. You're not a robot. We do need to take care of these temples that we are in. All right. Yes, that's what I tell my sons all the time too. Okay, are you hydrated? Did you stay hydrated today? How was work? How was, did you drink plenty of water? And they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk to you anymore. hey, sorry. Dr. Mom has to find out how you're doing. And it's not so much doctor in a conventional way, but it's more like, healer mom wants to know what you're doing, how you're doing, what you're doing. And because you can feel the energy too. How many of us can do that? We feel the energy when someone walks in, right? And so we pretty much ask them even though we know the answer to the question. And here's the thing. You better bite your tongue and not tell them how they feel, because you'll just end up in an argument. It's just not going to be very pretty. Anything but healing. So even if you know you better bite a hole in your door, just don't say anything. Just let it come out. So, all right. I just would like to also talk about this is the time of the year from November 1st to December 31st, to the end of the year, that True Psychics Network has its annual charity event. This is huge. Very, very huge. If you would like to be a part of making a difference with communities, with the charities, please take advantage of this. Go to TruePsychicsNetwork.com, click on the annual charity event page, and all the details are there. You make a charitable donation, and one of the charities that's listed. So we have each True Psychics Network member chooses a charity. And then it's like a little competition. It's kind of fun for each of the members we put it to a vote. We ask you, the public, to vote for the TPN member of 2014. When the member wins, the charity wins. And this is when they win by vote, the most votes. So check out the members, and see who their charities are. Vote for them. It shows you everything, how to vote. And then you place a donation that goes to charity. Now, you also will receive, those that make a donation has a choice whether they want to receive a gift or not. And you have to choose the level gift at the level that you make a donation in. So, like if you make a $50 donation, then you get a free gift. You get your free gift that you would choose is one that's in the $50 donation category. So it's all very fun and for charity, and it's great. It really is. So let's be a part of this, all right? And let's have some fun while we do this. So, whoo. Yeah, okay, great. Thank you. Again, thank you. I'm having links put into the chat. Every place that I talk about, links are getting put there. But if you're watching this in archive, just go to TruePsychicsNetwork.com. Check out the whole website. Pay attention to the tabs or the pages. And visit my website, whitesagewoman.com. Again, on my YouTube channel, you can find me. It's Goldylocks Temple of Healing. So it's very easy to find me. and to watch the archives. And also, like I said, there's True Psychics Network YouTube channel. And then even this is archived in the Ustream, our Ustream library. So, all right. Now, next week, there's not going to be any True Psychics Network shows. All right. From November 9th, which is a Sunday, to the 16th, which is the following Sunday, I will be out of town. And since I am the show producer, there will be no shows. But it'll be a nice week off, even though it's kind of like a working trip, but still going to be, you got to have fun. It's got to be a nice balance no matter what you do, right? Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, you still have to make sure that it's a nice balance, because people who travel for fun or for pleasure, you're still going to have some bumps in the road. You just don't get upset about it, right? So, and we'll talk more about this upcoming trip because it kind of fits into the topic that we were going to discuss today. And the topic is comfort zone. Comfort zones. Oh, yeah. We know all about that, right? All right. Before we get to that, let's get to the crystal message of the week. And the crystal message of the week is Tiger's Eye. beautiful tiger's eye. This is a stone of the mind. It is a powerful aid in awareness and truth. Tiger's eye. All right. So, very, very powerful. Powerful. So, of course, there's more characteristics for the tiger's eye. This is just what fits right in with today. All right. Now, also a power animal message. The power animal that shows up with the message today is goose. Goose. Movement along one soul path. Movement along one soul path. It's movement. You get it? Movement. Not dwelling, not staying, not setting up camp in one part of your path. It's movement along your soul path. Understanding the power of community, happiness, and maternal kindness. That's all the beautiful characteristics of a goose. And a goose and geese do represent too, like love, you know. And if you have a pair of geese, if you have a pair of a swan or a geese in your home in the southwest or south area of your home, because that's your romance. You know, it helps you to find that person that mirrors and reflects your soul. So yeah. Very nice. Sorry, I gave you a little bit of feng shui tips there. I love feng shui. So and I also will be, I have a lot of great, lately it just comes and goes, but I have some more feng shui tips to share, and I'll be sharing those in the True Cycles Network magazine. So because this is always a good time, whether it's spring cleaning, fall cleaning, we have to do this. We have to clean out clutter, and we have to move the chi and the energy in our homes. And as we keep ourselves, we try to keep ourselves healthy, we have to keep our environment and our homes healthy. Because we really don't have a choice, or do we, on the toxic levels outside our homes. But we do. And we just need to be more aware of how things are disposed of. All right, and how does this affect the environment? But anyway, that's a whole new topic in itself. Just the awareness of energy and how you can do a home blessing each time you clean, each time you sweep the floor. Think of like you sweeping away any negative energy or rebalancing it. All right, so it's very, very powerful. This is why I'm very protective over my broom. No one touches my broom. But me. It's like my healing staff. Oh, anyway. Love the, feng shui. FENGSHUI. Feng shui. However you say it. It's a balance between man and nature, between us and nature. It's the harmony, the balance. And so we can be pretty destructive to nature, which, wow, this doesn't take a scientist or a psychic to tell you that. You've seen. There's evidence all around of us destroying ourselves. Anyway, let's get to the topic here of comfort zones. And that pretty much is comfort zones. Comfort zones, we've heard we talked about. Boundaries is even a comfort zone, isn't it? If you stay there too long, it's supposed to be a nice place. But the thing is that you're not supposed to dwell or set up living in a comfort zone or a boundary. And I feel like if you're not careful enough, you can actually make a prison for yourself. But here's the thing, is that it's cloaked in illusion because you think that it's a comfort zone. You think it's something good for you, and all you've done though is make a prison for yourself because you don't want to take a step forward out of your comfort zone. Really, quite honestly, every day of life, we are pushing the limits of our comfort zone. And all of us who are sensitive, we know this, we understand this. It makes us not want to even get out of bed sometimes and just pull the covers over our head and go, I don't want to deal with anything today. I just want to stay here under my blanket. I mean, if you're due for some time off, then take that, because that could be to your body of saying, you got to offload some of this stress. You got to help me out here. I'm too overloaded. All right. And so just be gentle with yourself and listen to what your needs are, mind, body, and soul. Okay. And so isn't that funny? Right. Funny how comfort zones are what we seek naturally. Comfort zones and boundaries, again, we also look for it outside of us, don't we? It's outside of us. A comfort zone or a boundary is the place. I'm going to start with the comfort zone. Comfort zone is a physical place we think of we want to go to. And ask people that. What's their first, where is your comfort zone? They'll give you a place. They'll give you a physical, external place. This is my comfort zone. My home is my comfort zone. My office, in front of my healing altar, in the healing room. Ask. Where is yours? Ask yourself that. Now, setting up boundaries, people say that too. We imagine like this visual circle or square or whatever we think of as boundaries, or this line, don't cross this line, that's my please. We're all energy, we're all energetic, and we all do connect with each other, and there's no separation of that. So really, boundaries is I understand what they're trying to say with the concept of boundaries. But boundaries can also be very damaging, again, because it's separation. It encourages separation, not oneness. You have to learn how to get along. The oneness. Remember, we're back in. Now you share. You share that space nicely. It's pretty much lessons that we have to learn every day of our life. Sharing. All right. And the thing is that sometimes people find comfort when they make the mistake of a boundary, and they find comfort in that boundary, then that becomes their comfort zone. That becomes a prison. All right? Because then they won't want to do anything. They become immobilized. And but they're the ones though that want. I want this. I want that. It's going to require movement. It's going to require movement to attain what you want. It's not just going to come to you. It's not going to come knocking to the door of your comfort zone. Hello, we're here. You have to apply the intention. You have to apply the direction. You have to show the energy what to do and what to, and where to go. When we get caught up in the comfort zones, we've pulled everything back, and it's just, no, I'm not putting any intention out. I just want to be right here. That's fine. That's great for a great meditation, but not for a very long term, not for a long-term time at all. All right. And so that's the whole point of your comfort zone. Shouldn't be outside of you. It should be inside of you. Because what if you were in a public place and you need to de-stress immediately? What do? Now there are some I know that like to have comfort zones everywhere. You have a comfort zone at work. Your car. My car is a comfort zone. I'm going to run to my car. But what if you don't have a car? What if you're not driving? What if you're in a public place? You can't leave. Hey, where's your comfort zone? If you are so attached to external comfort zones, it's going to make you so uncomfortable, and it could make you sick. So you have to find that comfort zone within. And like at the beginning of the video I talked about, we did some deep breathing, closing the eyes, deep breathing and de-stressing. And you can do that anywhere. You really can. That's an instant comfort zone. That's an internal comfort zone. Yes, it's nice when we have that external, you know, um, but when we need to have that quick fix very quickly, we know how to do that. We know how to achieve that. And I know that I'm going to be absolutely, I mean, and I have um, experienced this even this past weekend. I'll share that with you in a minute, where I had to take myself into a very quick safe zone, or comfort zone. And when you're in public and you can't step aside, you can't even go to another room or go outside or go anywhere. So this is what I'm saying, is try to establish an inside comfort zone. And so that way it helps you to be very flexible when you need it. So this past weekend, and I realized that comfort zone is going to be huge for me. It's going to be a way of being for me for the next several weeks, as it is really for all of us every day, whether we really focus on it or not, right? I think comfort zone is a big thing that we all really deal with in some way, shape, or form on a daily basis, but we're just not calling it that, or we're not emphasizing that, right? So this past Saturday, I went with my youngest son and his girlfriend. We went to the Rhode Island Comic-Con. Huge event. As a matter of fact, they actually kind of got in trouble because they sold 20,000 tickets. And thinking that that's what their max. They were reading the signs, in the buildings and the convention centers. This is, fire marshal says this. Well, the fire marshal came in, saw the setup and said, no, the actual is like 1,700. So there's 3,000 people. They had to shut the doors immediately and then start, as people were leaving, they can let that same amount back in, but they had to funnel off that excess. So let me tell you, it makes it very hard now. And it was fun going from booth to booth. You get to see comic book artists. You get to see the original artists and a lot of great artists and artwork there. Other individual vendors with their businesses. There's celebrities there. So it was really, really fun, whether it's wrestling celebrities, TV shows, movies. I think this was the Star Trek headliners. So William Shatner was there, and George Takai, or however you say his name. I'm so sorry. I can butcher a name. So there was a lot of Star Trek people there. And the Trekkies were were really happy. But it was crowded. I mean, you could not move. And at one point, I was waiting with my son and his girlfriend so she could get an autograph from one of the celebrities there. And they were in front of me. I was standing behind them. And I just felt the crowd all around. People were pushing and, excuse me. We all feel this way, right? When we get in these public places, it's something that makes you cringe. Because now you're also feeling everyone's energy. Well, a man with a stroller, it was a couple actually, with a stroller with this kid's probably like 3 years old. I understand the convenience of a stroller. The place was so packed. So now you have these strollers too. And in places like that, some people use them too as weapons, don't they? Just, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. Yes, I did move. Anyway, so this stroller and this couple ends up beside me, with their son. And the kids, I'm watching, I'm feeling this kid's talking to me energetically. And he's winding up as he's feeling the crowds. And he's suddenly like trying to take his shoes off. Because I can't breathe. And I understand that because I'm weird. No, I understand that because, sometimes when you feel like you can't breathe, what article of clothing do you start removing? You may be surprised. Some people start taking their shoes off because they want the bottoms of their feet to breathe. All right? And this little boy wanted to be barefoot so he could breathe better. Beautiful. I loved it. Loved the concept. And so I was trying to talk to him, trying to help him and myself at the same time. And he's just, the crowd pushed in a little bit more, and it reached his point. He couldn't take it anymore. Starts throwing his toys, starts throwing everything. Like, get me out of here now. And I was like, wow. And the parents aren't going to even understand, And so, the dad was like, he looks at me, and, that was kind of like, I don't think he likes the crowds. I was like, I don't either. I was like, why don't you pick him up out of the stroller? See how he's seeing everyone. It seems very intimidating looking up at everyone like that from that level that he's at. Maybe if you pick him up and bring him to a higher level, he can breathe better. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. So he takes him out of his stroller. Then I'm like, I got to get out of here myself. So I push my way through and find this pocket, find just a pocket of freedom near a wall. And I just stood there and was like, closed my eyes, and I took some deep breathing. Absolutely helped me. And the deep breathing helped to ground and to help to just release. It's a lot of energy cram-packed in one place. And I was able to relax. All right, and cool off a little bit. And then my son and his girlfriend found me when they were done. So, but it was just and that was like the highest point of where it was like, I've got to step aside for a moment. I was okay the rest of the day. Of course, you got to take breaks, so where you can get away from the public, you can get away from everybody, you go and eat and find a little place to eat, a little corner to sit down and eat, or, you can leave the event and eat and come back. But that particular day in that event, we didn't leave because once we left, we were done because of the no re-entry for that particular mess up there that they did. We weren't going to wait in line for hours to get back in after we had already done everything. So that's just an example, but we face this all the time. And then what happened this Sunday? I was like relaxed. Sunday was like my pajama day. See, my comfort zone, right? Here's my physical comfort zone now of my home, my healing space. I'm in my pajamas. It's a PJ day. I'm not getting dressed. I'm not going anywhere. Because Saturday really took a lot out of me physically for a little bit until I recharged myself, or until it was just like, right? So I was like, now let me completely replenish myself, take care of the energy of the house and everything. So then Sunday, there was weather change too. I would say it was cold and rainy, and so it was like I felt myself start to have a migraine attack. Now, I used to suffer from them really, really horribly. And nothing like I do now to the extent that I used to at one time. I've been able to get off all medications and everything. Again, with the help of a doctor. Okay, don't just stop your meds. It was a plan that my doctor and I had. Whether my doctor liked it or not. But I did listen to him with a step down schedule because you have to be careful. I was on some really high powered meds. Med free now, yay! But there's once in a while with the weather change, and I understand most of us are like this. I watch most psychic mediums and the weather change, and most of them I have the headache, I have sinus pressure, I have this, I have that. A lot of us do that are sensitive. I was like, yes. And then the migraines, and I'm having this, I'm having that. And so they started to ease up with me when I started with the diet, change my diet, a more healthy diet. And when I had, wasn't just diet, it was mind, body, and soul, right? So that was for the body. And I had to I'm working on health. I'm working on health. Now, I'm hoping that it's just the computer that I'm kind of watching here. If we are going blank, I apologize for that, or if there's little blackouts here and there. I see everything is still good on this end. So hopefully it's not happening. Let me just reset this for a moment. Okay. I'm just going to keep right on going, and because I know that it's going to record beautifully and you can go back and watch it. So, all right. Just want to make sure there wasn't any blackouts there. So anyway, not to get back to that, but I was really happy it was a turning point for me because I was able to just stop. I was like, just stop. I'm taking care of myself. I'm not having this headache move in on me right now. And I was like, I'm taking care of myself as far as my diet. And I was like, I know what I need to do. I need to go lie down, and I need to probably go into dreamland and do some work. What do I mean by that? Most of us were pulled to go lay down. Most of us, not only to heal the body, but to go to work. And you may feel that more and more now. Some people are like, I just can't get enough sleep. You're working on an astral plane too. There's weather shamans. There's just the healers, those that are keeping the balance. So all of us are being called to work in these upper vibrations. So be gentle. Don't push through. Don't be stubborn with, oh, but I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. No, I'm going to go lay down. And laying down and taking time for yourself is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It's a sign that you are honoring your body's wishes and desires. And not just your body, but beyond. But until you can understand how we continually work, even on the astral plane. All right, so you just have to honor it. All right. All right, good. So, another comfort zone. Where I'm going next week, while I'm taking off, is I'm going to help bring a dear friend home, I should say, back to Connecticut. She used to live in Connecticut. She's actually from Massachusetts. She moved to Connecticut, and then the last two and a half years she's been gone. She had a vision quest, so to speak. She had to leave Connecticut. She went to South Dakota. She drove from Connecticut to South Dakota. Wasn't sure where she was going. She was following spirit. And then just recently, and then she stayed there for like a couple of years, and then it was just this last 6 months, I think. And she's been in California for the last 6 months. That's probably too long, but so from South Dakota to California, and she is not supposed to stay there anymore. When you're not in an area you're supposed to be in, and I'm going to tell you, every area is sick at this point in time, right? There's so many toxins out there, and we can help take care of ourselves. But when you're in a place you're not supposed to be in, you will physically get sicker than you have ever been. All right. So she knew it was time for her to move on. She was starting to get sick. And several of us have had to. Whether it doesn't take a psychic to tell her, she can communicate with her guides too. So with her guides, and then several validations from several different people on how it's time for her. She's not in the right place and she needs to come back. And so I'm going to fly out there to California, and I'm going to help her drive back, because she was just going to try to just pack everything in her car with her cat and drive from California back to Connecticut. I wouldn't wish that trip on anyone. That's definitely pushing someone's comfort zone, right? And it just isn't safe for anyone, whether you're a man or a woman, to travel by yourself. So I was like, okay, I have to tell you though, This is huge for me because I don't fly. I don't like being in an airplane. I have twice in the late 80s, and that was it. I have not flown since the new restrictions after 2001, after September 11th. I haven't flown. So it just wasn't why, because people's like, oh, don't be scared, and it's, yes, it totally takes me out of my comfort zone. But I have to tell you, I understand how some people feel about flying. I could actually feel, that may sound strange, cells, I could feel things shift in my body when I flew, and it drove me crazy. I was like, I can't take this feeling. When is this feeling going to end? It needs to stop. And so that was a long time ago. That was before I got back into who I really am, mind, body, and soul. And I know I've come a long way, and I have some techniques to keep me calm if I start to feel that way again. And so I know I'll be okay. But when my guides told me, you're just going to have to fly out there, that takes me out of my comfort zone. I was like freaking out. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. No, I can't do this. But I can. I know it has to happen. And you know what? We're going to go and make the most of this. And I call this the once in a lifetime journey because it's the only time that I'm going to go from California and do like a coast to coast trip. It's like, okay, now I love to drive. I love to drive too, so I'm not even worried about that. And then my oldest son saw me work through all of that, saw me work through my fears, saw me, okay, my outer comfort zone is going to be challenged, but I have strengthened my inner comfort zone that I'm going to be okay. All right, he's seen me go through this. And he was like, Mom, why don't I just fly with you? My oldest son the last 3 years has just been, we call him the world traveler. We joke him because he's just been flying here, flying there. So he was like, I know all the ins and outs. Come on, I'll help you so you don't get upset or get arrested when something flies out of your mouth. So, so when you say the wrong thing, I'm like, no, not me. so, so he's gonna go with me, and that just provides one more driver for us too. So now we have 3 drivers in the car. That we can rotate the driving. So it's going to be fun, and just the route that we're going to take is going to allow us to visit family and friends in Arizona, and in almost like a little mini family reunion in Texas, and then just keep coming on back up to Connecticut. So it's but I know it's going to have its challenges, but it's okay. I embrace the experiences because I know it's going to be I want to say life changing. I think the way that we take life every day, we are increasing our spiritual growth and development every day when all of us tend to step out of our comfort zones. And there's some minor ones, then there's major ones. This trip is major for me. But it's going to be fine. It's for a good cause, and it was something that came to me, that I had to do this. You have to go get her. You have to help her. And how many of us go, what, me? Really? Shh. It has to be somebody else. No. That's not how it works all the time. Sometimes you are the only one. So see, each of us are unique and different, and we have something to bring to the table. Our mission is important, each and every one of us. If we don't feel like getting off the couch, we do have a mission that is important, and it does affect each and everybody. It affects everybody, all right, on this whole oneness level. And I'm talking spiritual oneness. I'm not talking this whole, oh yeah, yeah, it's an illusion of oneness that people use, or I'll say people, but that can be used against you as a control mechanism. No, no, no. I'm talking about oneness in such a high vibration. There is no control there. None. It's just command, which is much more powerful. So, anyway. Wow. Talk about comfort zones, huh? Anyway, I'm not sure why we keep having these little moments, but it's okay. Where the screen blackens. Hopefully in the replay, maybe it won't do that. Hopefully it's not recording that. I'm not seeing any blips or any little freezes, I should say, during this recording process. It's still running on the main computer, but I have several computers so I can see how everything's going. But it's okay. We're working through it. It's all good. So, yeah. All right. Take another sip of water. Whew. So, again, let's just recap here with the comfort zones. We have the external and the internal comfort zones. And the internal one's one we need to build and to make sure we're comfortable with, so that when we are taken out of our external comfort zone, we are still able to get to that level of comfort. That level of where we're not stressed, where we are relaxed and we're calm. All right. So it's very important. And I didn't realize either the whole just comfort zone, right? Internal, external comfort zone, how the guides are explaining it to me, saying, no, you've got to have your internal established and being used so it can help you. And that's what's going to help with this upcoming trip. So this is why everyone says the importance of meditating, why they want you to try to have tools to de-stress and relax you. All right. And so you're helping to develop your inner comfort zone so that we can deal with everyday challenges. And it's dangerous when you stop to think about crossing a street. It's dangerous operating a motor vehicle, getting in your car, going to work. Or, even if you don't drive, you walk everywhere. Or, you take mass transportation, there could be an accident there. And it's not I don't say this to promote fear or to make you be fearful. It's just to help you understand that life can be dangerous. Life can be dangerous, but it's okay. It's all part of it. We are okay. We just can't live in fear. We really can't, because that's when we create and manifest the things that we fear to happen and to come to us. All right? So let's just make the best out of every day. Be grateful. That's it. You're right, and I'm here to do my mission. I am an instrument of peace. I am gratitude, love, and light. And I'm going to shine my light everywhere I go today. Even if I am taking out of my comfort zone, I'm going to shine the light, shine that divine light. So these are things positive stuff to put into your mind. There's positive thoughts that your mind needs to be nibbling on. And because, note, your mind always has to have something to work on, right? It needs assignments. You can't just be quiet. Your mind can't do that. Your mind just can't shut down. So why not give it, what is the affirmations? That's what they are. I call them, it's homework or food for your mind. Food for thought. Hello. That says right there that your mind is going to keep going. Why not just give it something to eat? Give it something to do. All right, give it something to do. Give it a job. Otherwise, if you don't define the leadership roles, the mind will try to take over. And then you find you can't sleep. You've got insomnia. Now, you can't sleep. Your mind is thinking way too much. It can't shut down. That's because you have given so much power to your mind. Because the society is built around mind power and mind strength, and are you smart enough, and blah 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 blah. Again, illusion. No, because the mind can be very destructive when it tries to take that control spot. There is a YouTube video that's on my YouTube channel. I think I do talk about control and command, the difference. So I go into great detail there if you would like to check that out as well. So the control is when the mind is in charge, and command is when the heart center, the sacred heart center, your soul, is in command. All right, so be sure to check that video out if you haven't done so. Remember, deep breathing. Very fast and quick way to ground and de-stress yourself and oxidize your body when you feel you're taking out of your comfort zone. So people might try to make you physically uncomfortable externally, but they can't without your permission internally. All right? So just remember that. And thank you, everyone, for watching today and sitting in that sacred circle, that sacred space with me. I'm very grateful for each of you. Thank you for sharing your love light with us all. And have a beautiful, beautiful 2 weeks. Yes, because again, I will not be on the air next week. Maybe while I'm gone, I will be bringing my laptop. I can make some short little videos and put them on my YouTube channel. Just kind of make like a little, documentary of my experience while I'm traveling. So I'll be back on the airwaves. Let me see. I do believe it's the 18th, November 18th, Tuesday, the 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So until then, I encourage you to watch all the videos and archives that you can, in case you miss me. So thank you all so much. Many blessings to each and every one of you. Namaste.